Hello and welcome back to Bay 1, this is Trafalmaraxi, and hopefully I'm not going to be such a moron. I'm actually going to remember to turn off this damn overlay. Empty bay. That's because I'm not actually going to build anything just yet. I'm going to be seeing just how FreeJam screwed up all of my robot designs. Because they completely changed all the physics. This little tortoise turtle thingy probably will no longer fly. But yeah, this is what I have the fun of now testing. Going into practice with every single one where the physics are slightly different. In the collision works a lot more differently to the live game. But yeah, we'll see if we can still fly with any of this stuff. Oh god, still... Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, damn, slug-ish. Whoa, this will be fun. The good. Yeah, you need a lot more thrusters to take off. Well, damn. Well, kind of works. Bay 2, success, sort of. Next one, Bay 3. When the server loads, connects. Okay, this is the plasma nano healer SMG thingy. Depends what I put on it as the weapon of choice. It can't fit rails. Well, I could probably get rails on there, but it's hovercraft. You don't put rails on hovercraft. And of course E practice. Sorry if you hear chewing. I'm still trying to eat my dinner. That's dedication. Eating dinner while playing Robocraft. Okay, this one still seems to control similarly. So nothing really needs to change there. Oh yeah, the thrust from thrusters is now diminishing returns. So the more thrusters you have on, the less effect you'll get from the higher up ones. So 2 thrusters will still get 2 times, 3 will get a slightly less than 3 times, 4 will get even less, all that kind of stuff. Don't know what the specific formula is. No doubt someone else is going to do all the testing for that. But I quite honestly don't have the patience. Next hovercraft, tier 8, hover thingy, what's it? Let's give it a go. Wrong button. There we go. Yeah, I'm not being particularly sophisticated with this testing. It's... Ooh, whoa, yeah, this is a lot more floaty. Whoa, that's kind of jacked. What happens if I catapult up off cliffs and stuff? Whee! This is kind of a stunt hovercraft. Okay, that one works. Which bay was this? Come on. They keep on loading. Bay 4. Bay 5 is another Hovercraft, similar design, just different tier. I doubt I'm going to have problems with this one. Oops, plasmas hadn't tracked yet. They're going to need some new bots in practice mode that use all these different things, all of the walker legs and that kind of stuff. Expect a contest from Free Jam sometime with that, because the last time we needed new bots for practice, Free Jam did a contest. We being the community. Yeah, so that one works fine. Back to Mothership, let's wait for the laggy, spiky thingy. While I munch on my sandwich. Which, I'm eating a peppered shrimp sandwich. It's just basically shrimp with pepper and a little bit of lemon on bread. It's not hugely complex. I was just hungry. The hover donut. Please, please work. Please still work. It should do. This has got enough hover blades and it's of a tier design where it should be fine. But I will be really, really upset if this thing doesn't go very well. Ah, hover donut. It's a little bit more sluggish. It feels like... No. How stable is it going up cliffs? Okay, it's actually a little bit more stable going up cliffs. Jumping off. Oh, it self-rights a lot better than it used to. That could just be the physics in practice. It'll take actual gameplay to really tell the difference on that one. But, that actually seems a bit more stable. I want to put Tesla rams or Tesla blades underneath this thing so that I can literally just and yeah, drop down on stuff. Take a bit more practice. It's a little bit bulky for that, but it could be fun. Basically use it as a cheese grater or a lemon squeezer or something like that. I'll just rename it to the grater. Grater. Okay, next bay is bay 7. Do I have anything in here? The fly. Now, this is an old favorite, and it's heavy compared to the number of hover blades are in it. I hope this still works, but if it doesn't, it will finally have to be retired. So let's give this a go. I believe I can fly. Zup, zup, zup. Yeah, enough of that. Well, oh god, it's a little... Stop, 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 stop. Okay, I need to do something with the control scheme, but it will work give a little bit of TLC. This has actually been largely unchanged through a good number of different patches. This design... God, when did I first make this? I have no idea. But the fact that it still even functions is kind of amazing for me. Yeah. Okay. Back to Mothership. That works. We're good. And yeah, I would heavily recommend for anyone watching, if you've got a few bays, go through everything and make sure it still works. Don't just assume it will. It's more going to be affecting actual flyers instead of hovercraft. But you... Oh, no. No. I didn't want to practice. Wrong bot. Didn't change garage. Oh, didn't change bay. In a world where robots have tracks, one robot stands alone in an epic journey. Yeah, I will do fuck! What the balls? Yeah, I will do requests if people have stuff that they want me to say. Just put it in chat and I'll say it in that voice. Moronicus Maximus. Come on. There we go. Right, finally changed to Bay 8. Oh, this will be interesting to see if this works. This was a warp flyer design that I was working on. All these different thrusters and stuff like that. The thrusters will probably not be as effective as they were. So let's give it a go and see how it works in practice. That, or it'll be ridiculously stable and I'll go, wow. I'm not hoping for much. Okay, in terms of raw control, it's good. Let's try actually getting it into the air. Okay, so warp flying still works. And, nope. Can't quite control it as well as I need to, but the principle's there. It still works. That's the important part. And on to the next one. Now approaching Bay 9. Okay, this is another variant of the warp flyer. Expect pretty much the same... No, not battling online. That kind of sucks in actual gameplay. Pretty much expect the same thing with the physics. And Zimph is sending me a message in the stream chat. I will take a look at that in just a second. Okay, warp flyer still works. This one's not quite as easy to control as the other one, but the principle's there. Whee! Okay, Zimp said, hey, this is my first time joining your stream. I have been a fan of your YouTube channel for a while. Thank you. I try my best-ish, kind of. I just do stuff. Okay, Robocraft, where are you? There you go, that's better. Sorry, I tabbed out to read your message. But yeah, thank you for supporting me. All the support is welcome. And the Nano Flyer, or Nano Mosquito, or whatever the hell this thing currently is. This is the Tier 10 Mosquito Flyer. It's got rudders and wings and all that kind of stuff. This should still work, although I'll be interested to see just how well it works. Back to practice mode. I'm the one who told you one of the YouTube Overwolf blocks are noticeable different than normal Tier 8 blocks. Yeah, and actually thank you for letting me know about that, because it does make a difference. Looking at them, I didn't really see a huge amount just physically, just, you know, from my end, but actually having taken a closer look, you're right, there are slight differences in the cosmetics and stuff. Oh god, this is a lot more sluggish. I mean, the principle is still there, but actually up and down thrust is that slow. Okay, I'm going to need to do some reworking to actually take care of that stuff, because at the moment I'm using, yeah, very low tier thrusters to be able to do that. It's actually going to force me to use higher tier stuff, less redundancy, but I mean, it will work with a little bit of redesign. It's not anything that's completely unforgivable. Okay, come on. Laggy, 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 laggy. Alright. Next bay, we are on bay 11. Now this is one which I really hope it does fly. I don't think it's going to. This is my dragon. And he's missing his little wings and stuff around his ears and all that kind of stuff. Let me put these rudders back on. I think it was tier 8 rudders, tier 8 rudders. Let's get some of those on here. Yeah, this is the one. I really, really want this to work. But I think he's probably going to be too heavy now. But let's give it a try. Practice mode. I need those rudders on the front just to be able to give the head enough lift. No, come on, come, back. Stabilize yourself. Stabilize yourself. Come on. Go. Speed. Holy shit, it almost still flies. Oh, it's as slow as hell in the air, but it does, it flies. I don't know if I can climb. Oh hell, this is going to need so much more thrust. I don't think I've got the CPU for it. I don't care, it still works. Even if it falls out of the sky when banking, which is more like a plane should work, to be honest. Needs more forward velocity. Whee! Oh man, I need to put Tesla Rams on the feet of this thing. That would be epic. Raking them with the claws. That'd just be so cool. Well, I've got a project. Alright. Back to Mothership. Oh yeah, you mentioned, now I remember, you mentioned that the actual shine and gloss and colour of the oval blocks is different. Yeah, you're right with that. It's nothing to do with hitboxes. Well, the dragon still works. I'm happy for that much. Crab! You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go ahead and put some friggin' Teslas on the front of this. Maybe. Ha 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 ha. No, that's going to way over tier it. What tier is this thing supposed to be? Tier 8? There we go. No! Let me fit the damn things on there. Screw you. Well, you see the idea. Vicious, crabby thingy. I'll have to redo the arms so that I can actually fit those on there. But let's test to see if it still works. Practice. Lemonade, yeah, Dragon plus Tesla, death from above, you're right. Along with the plasma cannons, which ideally I wanted just a single plasma cannon shooting from the mouth, but that's not really practical. But yeah, with the claws, Teslas being the claws, that'd be cool. Okay, the hover blades on this still kind of work. Come on, can I get this Tesla ram to actually hit anything? Boom! Oh, that is awesome. Is the Tesla ram one shot? Is it one shot? Oh man, it's one shot. It has to be repaired. That sucks. So they kind of explode. That was fucking awesome though. Well, this is going to be so much fun. It works. That's the important thing. And next bay. That was bay 12. What have we got in bay 13? This thing sucks ass. I do not care if this does not work. I'm not even going to waste the time on it. Actually, you know what? Just for fun. Let's see. Maybe if you put one tier 10 Tesla on the body of the crab in between the arms. Yeah, I'm planning on something like that, but it looks like they, you know, one hit and they blow up. So they need repair before you can reuse them. It's going to make medics a lot more important. So yeah, this is my little flying crab thingy. It'll be interesting to see if this does fly. Well, still controllable. No, 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 no. Don't flip, don't flip. Good recovery. If I say so myself. Yeah, I suck with rails. That's why I never use them. It still works though. For a junk design, not bad. That's bay 13, on to 14. Man, I'm glad I'm not spilled chemicals, because I think he's got like 100 bays or something like that. He's got way too many. I would feel sorry for the dude having to go through all of those and trying to check that it works or fixing them or what. Okay, mini nano flyery thingy at tier 4. Is this the right tier for this spot? Who knows? Who cares? We don't know. Okay, so... Oh, it's tier 5 now. It used to be tier 4. But let's just test it out, make sure it flies. It's probably going to have the same turning issues as the larger version of the Mosquito. Whee! Oh god, it does some weird twisty stuff. Yeah, I just put loads of trails on this because it's pretty. I only wish they had coloured trails. You could do like a rainbow pattern or something. Well, that one works. Next bay. I'm still taking requests if people want me to say something in that crappy movie voice. Box of crab. Nope, change the bay. We were on 14, now to 15. Do I have anything? Ah! Please work. This is one of my favourite actual bots. I have 5 bays and I'm satisfied. If I really like a build but want to move on, I just take a bunch of picks in case I want to reuse it. Yeah, I don't know. It's because I need to do tutorials on some of these robots. I always need spare bays for them so that I can do the build tutorial, and Yeah, or do lower tier versions, and I have prototypey type things in lots of different bays and all that kind of stuff. So I won't say that it's having so many is 100% practical, but it also means I can play with a lot more people. Okay, that's actually a hell of a lot more stable than it used to be. It doesn't twist about quite so much, but again, that might just be the physics of practice mode. Still works. Good. Good enough. Where to next? Come on. Bay 16. So I have how many bays now? Oh, 21. I didn't realize I had that many. The fuck? Oh, this is the flyery helium thingy that I'm kind of working on. Does it work? I don't know. This is almost a neutral buoyancy design, and my mouth is it'll sound muffled because I'm eating again. Sorry, I shouldn't speak and eat. Yeah, it's a neutral buoyancy helium design. Got thrusters in there to force the nose down so that I can go down. Got thrusters to force the nose up so that I can go up. Although they're a little bit too effective. Still works. Am I going to make a sled using the T1 thrusters? Don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm actually annoyed all of those T1 thrusters I owned a lot. I no longer have. I probably had a good 40 or 50 of those things. Nope, nothing there. I did unlock them, didn't I? Yeah. Cube depot. Are they free? 80 RP each. Meh. No. I'm not making a sled. Mini hovercrafts, which this just has a little plasma gun on the bottom, which of course they fixed it so that it's now tier 4 instead of tier 3. I can probably work on this to get it back down. Maybe. But this was just a fun troll bot. Let's... Man, I need to get the buttons right. E and practice. Yeah, I think it's pretty much a given that Hovercraft will still work. And I don't have enough flyers to really give a good rundown on how well flying works after that. Come on. G back to there. Only 4 more bays to go. Welcome back, Electro Jake. And this is a mini plasma thingy. Oh, well, this is a design I was working on. I wanted to actually make a ground bot. I'm not sure where I got with it. I'm probably going to make it using tracks instead. But this was the work in progress. You can see where I've got the structure that connects to the actual mount points for these. These aren't connected to the front, so this is more or less ablative armor. All that kind of crap. Yeah, it'll work. Well, let's load it up and E. I keep pressing the wrong button. Oh, you were here when I built it. Cool. Boom. Yeah, I was working on this in between fights, I think. Oh god, what have they done with the jumpy physicsy thingy? What the hell is that? Oh, what? Okay, now I'm really feeling the difference. I know I'm light, but if I jump off the edge here, it's all like floaty and shit. Oh, that feels kind of ugly. And now I'm stuck. Yeah. Well, it's only a work in progress, so I don't care. But it's kind of, yeah, that's weird and floaty. That's weird. I don't know how else to describe it. Back to mothership. I also need to see how the tracks work with thrusters and stuff, which gives me a good first design that I need to do on that. I'm probably going to strip this bay down and just replace whatever's in it. 19. Oh, the Yogscast robot. I've never even taken this thing out. Now this is something where I really hope FreeJam actually tested all of the robots that they've had for sale in the store to make sure they all work correctly. They're probably using that as a test bed, to be honest. I've not taken this out. I'm probably never actually going to use it in battle or anything, but this is the charity bot, which is pretty cool. I like it. It's probably one of the only robots I'll actually buy. That's because the money goes to charity though. So let's go practice. Okay, pretty standard hovercraft controls. It's using a 4 cross design for the actual hover blades for where they go. Huh. Not too bad. I meant to do a featurette on that one, but I just didn't have the time. And now it's a little bit late. Okay, number 20, what's in that? Oh, it's a newer T6 version of the hover donut. Yeah, this thing will probably work. Let's put some, like, a Tesla RAM on it there. One on it there. Another one there. Wait a minute, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, that's in the right place. Another one on the back. And this just needs to be back on level with the pilot seat. And E practice. I'll strip those off in a minute. Of course it's going to work. Now, let's see if I can get him with the side one. Boom! Missed. No. Okay, how fast do you have to be going to blow someone up? Come on, slow, slow, slow. Not very fast at all. Wow. That's dumb. Okay, back to the L mothershipy. I can definitely see dive bombers using these things. Gives me some ideas actually. Let's strip these off. Need to actually see how well they work against electroplate as well. And last bay, I think, finally. Oh, this is another Mosquito design, which is supposed to be a tier 6 Mosquito, I think. Maybe. I don't know. It'll just work. Yeah, it works. It's a little bit different in terms of the thrust. It's not quite so tweaky. It's actually easier to fly than it was before, but yeah. Well, that's all 21 bays, and happily, pretty much everything does still work. There's a few robots that need some love and attention and TLC, or I need to just get rid of them anyway because they suck. But yeah, so, you know, if I've got 21 robots that still work, you can't really complain unless you like to focus on flyers and that's all you have, in which case you're kind of screwed. But anyway, thank you for watching this portion of the video. I'm actually going to restart the stream for the next segment, which will be messing about with shit, to be honest. More than likely. But yeah, alright, we'll be back in a few minutes. Goodbye.